Now I can remember when I had my hands done, when there were 4 different surgeries on there. So by the 4th one, I really knew what I was doing. So I figured out a way to set up my hair dryer so I could just stand in front of it and move my head and get my hair to dry and whatever. So, I mean, I did get creative on my own. And
Sure.
you were right. I really wanted to be home.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be home. I mean, as you know, I've stayed with friends for my other surgeries, and it was wonderful.
Right.
But there's something about being home and kind of getting readjusted to the whole
Yes.
home scene and really realizing what your needs are.
Right. And having that period that sometimes it takes solitude. When you've had a surgery like that, your cells, your whole body has said, "What? What are you doing? What? You know?" And you have to let it know. Only you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's okay. This is what we need to do now. Support me here.
That's really true. And I remember one of the things, speaking about my hands, my first surgery was rejected, and I had to go back and have that redone. And I remember that deflated the heck out of me.
Oh, so hard.
And trying to decide whether I was going to go back and try to do it again was a decision that I didn't make overnight. I mean, I really thought it through. We may have even discussed it.
We totally did, because you were so disappointed and realized, well, if it didn't take and it wasn't going to work, you weren't going to have, I think you knew what you wanted, and you wanted to be able to have some mobility in your hand.
Right.
And if you didn't do it, again, that wasn't going to happen. So there we go. Another surgery. We've got this lined out because we've got the list and we know what you need. But taking you, I remember taking you to hand therapy.
Oh, yes.
With your hand therapist that you love so much. And I'm sitting there watching you, and she's making you press your hands. Yeah, that's exactly. You were almost in tears. I wanted to just slap her. I could not. I cried for you. I was so indignant. How dare you hurt me? And I remember, I was like, "You okay, Kim?
Yeah.
You okay?" Yeah. And you're like, "Yeah, Elle, it's okay." You know, it's kind of like, "Yeah, Elle, leave me alone." And you were forcing these fingers because you had to, or they would stiffen and they wouldn't be.
See, those are the kinds of things I had forgotten about that incident. And when you remind me of it, it reminds me that I had to go through that 4 different times.
Right.
And it really did hurt. But there's something about going through stuff like that that really builds character, I discovered. A certain amount of discipline, a certain amount of character, I guess is what I'm trying to